the heavyweight bout of the night comes in the 3-year-old Colt division, where two tough trotters will go head-to-head. In one corner is American Winner, a winner of 15 races this year, including the prestigious Hambletonian at the Meadowlands.
But with a 16th to go, American Winner and Pierce by 2.5, 3. It's all American Winner. The sword is up for Pierce in 153 and 2.
In the other corner is Pine Chip, who has won 7 consecutive races and 14 overall, including the final leg of the trotting Triple Crown, the Kentucky Futurity.
And there is no question now, it's going to be Pine Chip winning the 101st Kentucky Futurity.
Coming up, 2 millionaires battle it out for the 3-year-old Colt Trotting Championship, and there will be no split decision. It will be a knockout show in Pompano. Welcome to the final leg of the 1993 Cadillac Breeders' Crown. We're on Florida's Gold Coast at Pompano Park in Pompano Beach, Florida. It is a typical autumn night in the Sunshine State. Temperatures in the lower 70s, high humidity, fair skies, and a slight breeze blowing from the south. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bruce Beck. Welcome to the Cadillac Breeders' Crown, a competition where challengers become champions and champions become legends. Our showcase tonight is in the 3-year-old Colt Trotting division, where two terrific 3-year-olds, American Winner and Pine Chip, will finally determine who is number one for 1993. My broadcast partner, as always, is Gary Seibel. And Gary, this is a classic confrontation.
Indeed it is, Bruce. And by the way, your analogy, boxing analogy, well, I'm no Al Bernstein, but like Ali Frazier, Hearns and Hagler, Duran and Leonard, the 3-year-old Colt Trot tonight continues a war that is waged on all season long. And what we're talking about here are a couple of world champions, both millionaires in 1993, both with extremely fast race marks this year, 152 and 3, and both with the chance to win year-end divisional honors should they capture the Cadillac Breeders' Crown tonight. It's going to be a great confrontation, as you said, and we're going to have the blow-by-blow from Pompano.
Well, another subplot tonight involves trainer Chuck Sylvester, who of course trained the mighty Mac Lobel. Tonight, a chance with 2 separate charges to win 2 races.
One of the great trotting conditioners of all time is Chuck Sylvester. Now, he won the Kentucky Futurity with Pine Chip recently, and on the same day won the Kentucky Futurity Filly Division with Winky's Goal. They're both in to go tonight, and it's another sensational season for this sensational trainer.
Right now, let's check in with the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Ellie Sarama.
Thanks, Bruce. And the gentleman joining me now needs no introduction. He's leading the overall Breeders' Crown Series in the win column, and he's the leader right now in the 1993 Cadillac Breeders' Crown, John Campbell. John, let's talk about the colts that you're driving this evening. First off, the 2-year-old colt, Westgate Crown. He has only 5 starts, but he's undefeated. Does he seem like a mature colt out there?
Well, he's really matured in his last 3 starts. After he raced in the Peter Houghton, he had a little break, and he was just a different and more mature colt when he went to Canada. And it's just through racing and figuring out what he's out there for. He had all kinds of speed when we started at the Meadowlands, and amazingly enough, he came from way back both heats, but I was just a little reluctant to leave with him because that was the only time I thought I might lose him or he might make a break. And since that time, he just goes to the gate. He's 2 fingers, and you can drive him any way you want.
Now on to the 3-year-old trotting colts, Pine Chip. He happened to be the spoiler in the Kentucky Futurity, defeating American Winner. He didn't seem that sharp early in the year, and then all of a sudden he reeled off 7 wins in a row. How much has he improved?
Well, he's improved dramatically from the beginning of the year. He started off as a green colt that had some ability, and Chucky was concerned with his manners because of his breeding, and we were very careful with him. But an overnight start at the Meadowlands was just like turning a switch for him. He won that night in 55 and a piece, and from then on he just kept improving, and he's improved even right up till his last race. He won the first week of Lexington and came back, was even stronger the next week in the Futurity. He won in 52 and 4 and could have broken the world record easily that first heat if he hadn't had to come back with the second heat. He just cruised to the wire.
Good luck with all your drives tonight, John.
Thanks a lot, Ellie.
And back to you, Bruce.
American Winner, trained by Milton Smith, with earnings of $1,258,000 in the year, but he's lost 3 in a row. Pine Chip, trained by Chuck Sylvester, winner of $1,160,000 on the season. He's won 7 in a row, and he is the now horse. It should be something in the finale tonight, the 3-year-old Colt Trot. And what a matchup it is, American Winner against Pine Chip. They have chased each other throughout the season, including the Triple Crown Series, but now they do it for real in the Breeders' Crown with number 1 on the line. These two, as we mentioned, have been going at each other, and that's the topic of our Cadillac Racing Moment. After winning the Yonkers Trot, the Milton Smith trained American winner was on top of the world. And although he finished second in the prep to the Hambletonian, the Beacon Course Trot, he was still the one to beat and the only one who could capture trotting's Triple Crown.
For the 16th to go, American winner and Pierce by 2.5, 3. It's all American winner. The sword is up for Pierce in 153 and 2. What an effort by American winner. And we have a shot at a Triple Crown.
2 down and 1 to go for driver Ron Pierce and American winner. A chance to match his sire's brilliance and win the first Triple Crown in 21 years. But it was not to be. In the final jewel of trotting's Triple Crown, American winner ran into a buzzsaw named Pine Chip.
And that trotter drifting off the rail to the middle of the racetrack now leads by 4. On the inside, Toss Out is second, and Oakley Blue Jay is third. And there is no question now, it is going to be Pine Chip winning the 101st Kentucky Futurity.
Tonight, some unfinished business as the two superstars go hoof to hoof again, perhaps for the last time, and definitely for divisional honors. Bruce Beck, Gary Seibel, and Ellie Sarama. Welcome back to Pompano Park as we continue to celebrate the 10th anniversary season of the Cadillac Breeders' Crown. The current odds board for the 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot. The entry of High Noon Star, an American winner, trained by Milton Smith, 8-5 on the board. Number 2, Keystone Corky at 20-1. Number 3, Pine Chip is 1-5. Number 4, Rigged Right, 35-1 a long shot. Lotto S. Collins from the 5-hole is 17. And Meadow Branch Hands at 25-1, a bit of an overlay there. Well, Gary, I think the big question is, what about the soundness of American Winner?
Well, Bruce, I think that question will be answered within 2 minutes. I think American Winner should be good tonight, but Pine Chip, again, is the horse to beat. This horse has learned now to race on the front end. Early on in his career, he used to come from off the pace, but now Pine Chip can do it on the front end, and I think you'll see John Campbell hustle him right out. Again, the question about American Winner's soundness will be answered very, very shortly.
Pine Chip has won 7 in a row. American Winner has lost 3 in a row. So clearly going into the race, there's that big momentum leaning to Pine Chip.
And Pine Chip now has the edge in the matchups between the two, winning 5 of the 9. And I think Pine Chip, you'll see him right on the front and very strong to the finish.
These two have chased each other all year long. 15 wins American Winner, 14 wins for Pine Chip. Over $1 million earned for both Colts. 152 and 3, the same lifetime mark. And now they do it in the Breeders' Crown for all the marbles, for divisional honors.
Well, you know, American Winner has a different driver tonight, and that being Wally Hennessy, which is a big boost for him. He's a popular local driver. He's done very well here at Pompano Park, and what a big surprise for him. Ron Pierce not here. Hennessy picks up the drive.
Pompano track record, world record set by Mac Lobel, 154-1. It's also the all-age world record. It was set in 1987. Here they go for all the marbles. Ken Workington will call the action in this 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot of the Cadillac Crown.
3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot, featuring American Winner and Pine Chip. Confrontation here is ensuing, and they're picking up speed in the backstretch, and they're up and trotting with American Winner and Wally Hennessy and Pine Chip. The two favorites leave out together. High Noon Star shows early trot towards the inside for Ron Waples. Lotto S. Collins sweeps up 4th on the outside, shows early speed, as does Rigged Right, who keeps Lotto S. Collins out there at 3 wide. Rigged Right now 5th on the outside as they head for the quarter. Then it's Keystone Corky and Meadow Branch Hans is the early trailer. But Campbell's in the driver's seat here, controlling the opening quarter with Pine Chip. But on the outside, here comes the gray gelding, Lotto S. Collins and Jeff Gregory. 28-3 was the opening quarter. Pine Chip is going to get pressure from on the outside, Lotto S. Collins. Those two will go at it. Lotto S. Collins looking to soften up Pine Chip here. Right there in the pocket is American Winner, Wally Hennessy, sitting a perfect pocket trip as they swing around the club turn. High Noon Star, Ron Waples, biding their time in 4th. He's the long shot specialist here with Rigged Right in 5th. There goes Waples to the outside with a live High Noon Star. Rigged Right moves up 5th on the inside. Tipping to the outside, Keystone Corky past the half. Meadowbranch Hans continues to trail. It's a pretty good clip here, 57 and 4. Whipples with a big brush of speed, 3 wide with High Noon Star, and he'll take on Pine Chip as they duel down the backstretch. Pine Chip and Campbell not getting an easy time of it here. Whipples on the outside with High Noon Star. And the other half of the entry looking to benefit Wally Hennessy, asking American Winner for more in third. Up on the outside, Keystone Corky fourth, 3/4, 1:25 and 4, 28 second down the backstretch. And Pine Chip is still fresh, has it by 2. He's dismissed all challengers. Crown him here in the crown. It's Pine Chip and John Campbell prevailing by 2 lengths in the Cadillac Breeders' Crown. On the inside, High Noon Star is second. American Winner has been defeated. Keystone Corky closing, capping off a dramatic 3-year-old campaign. Pine Chip and John Campbell in 1:54 and 2, just a fifth off McLobell's track record.
There was never a doubt. Pine Chip, 1:54 and 2, just 1/5 of a second off McLobell's world record. And John Campbell getting the job done. Pine Chip repelling the challenge of all of those colts that pulled up next to him.
Well, I'll tell you, Bruce, American Winner had a perfect pocket trip there and could not close in the stretch. Pine Chip was just too strong. Wally Hennessy was already starting to get into American Winner as they headed for the final turn, and I could see as they hit mid-stretch, those earplugs were out, and American Winner was also full out, but Pine Chip was simply the best tonight. In hand as they came to the wire for John Campbell, one of the most impressive trotting miles I've seen ever.
That's 8 straight wins for Pine Chip, the son of Arndon out of the speedy Somali mare Pine Speed. What a terrific performance, and the divisional honors in hand. We'll be back. And Pine Chip set a higher standard tonight, winning the 3-year-old Colt and Gelding trot of the Cadillac Breeders' Crown. Owned by Charles Sylvester, Gerald Donahue, Neil Goldman, and Guida Stable. Bred by KMW Farms, trained by Chuck Sylvester, and driven to victory by John Campbell, who's standing by right now with Ellie Sarama.
John, how tough of a trip was that?
Well, he got a breather to the half. Once he made the front, I was very confident. He never stops. He never lets go, and he's just on his game right now. He's just as good tonight as he was in Kentucky.
Now, Lotto S. Collins was at you the entire mile, and then when you put him away, High Noon Star made a 3-wide move. How about American Winner sitting in the tool? You weren't concerned at all?
Well, not at the half. My horse felt so strong at the half, and going into the last turn, I could tell that American Winner couldn't keep up. And then I'd started him up down the backstretch when High Noon Star, and from then he just cruised home on his own. He really could have gone and broke the world record if he'd had to.
Congratulations, John Campbell, winning 2 Breeders' Crown trophies tonight.
Thanks a lot, Ellie.
And on behalf of Cadillac, making the final presentation of the evening for the Cadillac Breeders' Crown, Mr. Jerry Friedel.
Thank you. On behalf of the Cadillac Motor Car Division, it's a pleasure to present the Cadillac Breeders' Crown Trophy to the winner tonight. Congratulations, it was a great race.
Thank you very much. On behalf of all the owners of Pine Chip, I would like to say thank you. It's been a great, great year. Thank you to John, the caretakers, everybody in the stable. This is our crowning moment, and we love it. Thank you very much. Pine Chip!
So the definitive race in the 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot Division for 1993 goes to Pine Chip. 260, 210, and 210. Price is okay. 1, High Noon Star finished second, 210 and 220. That's okay. Stablemate American Winner 1A, 210 and 220. The exacta 3-1, $2.60. Pine Chip, 8 in a row, and no doubt a divisional title.
Well, certainly a divisional title. 3-year-old Colt trotter, most likely trotter of the year as well. He broke his maiden here at Pompano Park and returns to glory tonight, 1:54 and 2, just a fifth of a second off of Mac Lobel's incredible record, and Pine Chip the best in 1993.
Unraced as a 2-year-old, it proves there's always reasons to dream in this game.
Well, I think being unraced at 2 gives certain horses a chance to develop that extra year, and this was certainly the case for Pine Chip.
Still, American Winner had a marvelous year, won 2/3 of the Triple Crown, and Milton Smith deserves tremendous credit for the way he conditioned this fine trotter.
No question about it. American Winner was stronger earlier on in the year and just got a little bit weary towards the end, as was witnessed tonight. Tonight was a perfect example. American Winner had a great trip, but just didn't have the late trot.